In contrast to the previous two Sonic the Hedgehog films, I'm going into this one with different expectations or perspectives. It may surprise you to know that I've mostly only played the early 2D Sonic games. I have played a little of the later 3D games, including Sonic Adventure and of course Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, one of the games that the film Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is based on more. I decided to watch a cutscenes compilation of Adventure 2 in preparation for this film. Just letting you know. But have the current Sonic films done well again? A third time lucky? Let's gotta go fast with Sonic and his new friends from the last film Tails and Knuckles and find out. If the stories of the first two films are more like very loose adaptations of the first three Sonic games, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is a somewhat less loose adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And maybe the Shadow the Hedgehog game that I haven't played, but that director Jeff Fowler himself actually worked on. Well, in case the titles mentioned aren't obvious, Shadow the Hedgehog features this time and easily disrupts the peaceful existence of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and their adoptive parents, Tom and Maddie. And if that weren't bad enough, Robotnik is back to make things worse. Doubly worse. And that is probably all I can say without spoiling the story. I can say two things. It feels like you don't have to be familiar with Sonic Adventure 2 or the character of Shadow the Hedgehog, or whatever, as enough information is provided without overlong exposition dumps. And the story's not like the buddy comedy road trip mascot idea from the first film, or doesn't really feature side plot whatever stuff like in the second film. This means that it feels like, to me, at least it's the most faithful film to the Sonic the Hedgehog series, least of all Adventure 2. The humans don't feature a lot less, far from it, but if you didn't like how much the humans featured in Sonic 2, you can breathe a sigh of relief this time. But this can make it feel like it is possibly more predictable. Maybe it's also more predictable because of its similarities to the first two films in terms of action, humor, and of course, the themes of doing the right thing, family values, and so on. Still, it's just a fun, simple and entertaining story to watch, with okay humor, there were a few moments that made me smile, and surprisingly poignant/sweet moments. Anyone who is familiar with Shadow may already know why. One moment towards the end did irritate me somewhat in regards to the storytelling, but was it trying to be unpredictable? Maybe. This moment, of course, wasn't without its visual effects that make up so much of the films. Quite simply, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and even Shadow are visually great, and the acting is mostly good across the board. Keanu Reeves, while sounding like Keanu, does a good job as Shadow, which sounds more like Adventure 2, which can only be a good thing. The good thing about the portrayal of Shadow is that his edginess is not too extreme, while still balanced out by the jokes and action in the film. Jim Carrey is over the top again as Robotnik. He's just a character, or characters. I'm not sure if I found him as funny this time, probably due to an overused visual gag in the film, though he was clearly enjoying himself, complete with the visual effects and camera trickery that make him perform two characters. There are references to the games, and not just the music, which will surely be smile-inducing, including, of course, a tune from Adventure 2. The fact that I'm probably not saying a lot about this film is because of its similarities to the first two films. While it's great that it's more faithful to at least one of the Sonic games and omits some of the more tiresome or distracting or annoying aspects from the previous films, it's still a simple and action-packed live-action Sonic the Hedgehog film with okay humor that the younger audiences will like, complete with good acting and visual effects. It was still an enjoyable film, complete with an ending that made me audibly laugh. Twice. Yes, they already announced Sonic 4. Those of you who liked the previous two films will surely enjoy this, and if you're fans of the Sonic games, you will like this too. It's a fun time. It is probably the best of the three Sonic films thus far, even if the humour doesn't always work, and if the story and indeed the film as a whole is similar to before in how predictable it is. And that is the end of what may be my last ever review video for this channel, as it is going to stop uploading early next year. But still, tell me what you thought of the film Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and have a good day or night or whatever it is. And Merry Christmas, or whatever it is you celebrate, to everyone.